In the face of climate change, it's more important than ever for Quebec to continue its energy transition. And decarbonization is achieved thanks in part to critical and strategic minerals. Graphite, lithium, cobalt, copper, or even nickel. Without them, there would be no electric vehicles, aircraft, solar panels, or windmills. These minerals are also crucial to our cutting-edge technologies. They're used to make our cell phones, computers, lasers, and even our medical imaging equipment. And because critical and strategic minerals have become essential, the demand for them is increasing all over the world. In Quebec, we're fortunate to have a wealth of diversified mineral resources beneath our feet, and we're doing everything we can to put them to good use. In fact, we're already involved in many activities related to critical and strategic minerals, and there's a lot to be proud of. We're the world's second largest producer of niobium. We're working on the first 100% electric high-purity graphite mine. We're working to develop scandium and magnesium, and we're the largest recycler of electronic byproducts in North America. We're also fortunate to be able to rely on renowned scientific expertise. We innovate day in and day out to transform our minerals into value-added products, explore the riches of tomorrow, and develop our intellectual property. Quebec businesses, our partners in the industrial and mining sectors, as well as the local and Indigenous communities, are all valued allies. They provide us with the knowledge, ideas, and means to stand out, be it for investments, infrastructure, or research and development. Finally, thanks to our stringent and respectful regulations, our operational methods are recognized as being among the most responsible and sustainable on the planet, not to mention the benefits for the economy, and of course, the people who live here. And because we're able to be there every step of the way, we have the potential to be a world leader in the industry.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Maïté Blanchette Vézina, Minister of Natural Resources and Forests for the Government of Quebec.
Bonjour tout le monde. Merci pour cette introduction et un gros merci également à nos collaborateurs ici à SAFE de nous accueillir aujourd'hui. C'est un plaisir pour moi de me joindre à vous pour vous dire à quel point le Québec s'inscrit dans les objectifs de notre plus grand partenaire commercial, les États-Unis. On behalf of Government of Quebec, I'm so pleased to be speaking on this topic of diverse, transparent, and secure supply chains. Diversity, transparency, and security are necessary pillars, reinforcing each other as we build our supply chain for the fuels of the future. Quebec's current critical mineral ecosystem, which feeds into our growing battery campus in Bécancour, reflect these pillars. The Quebec government and its Ministry of Natural Resources have been very active in nurturing this ecosystem. That is because in the Canadian Federation, provinces have the ultimate jurisdiction over natural resources, including minerals and metals. As demand for secure access to these minerals grew, we took a step back and did our homework. Following the release of the 2018 U.S. Geological Survey list, Quebec determined we were a source of no less than 25 out of the 40 minerals deemed critical and strategic by the United States. These findings prompted our government to launch a new strategy to develop our mineral potential. The Quebec Plan for the Development of Critical and Strategic Mineral was thus published in October 2020. It was the first plan of its kind released in Canada at any level of government. The plan sets the government priorities and covers all aspects, from exploration to recycling. It has sparked great interest internationally. This provincial jurisdiction and the renewed focus on our resource potential have resulted in a substantial mining footprint. Quebec currently has 24 mines and 36 mining projects. Major world players are all active in Quebec. mining is only expected to expand, as Quebec has the most diversified subsoil in Canada in terms of mineral resources and richness. Our success in exploration and exploitation is due to our commitment to high standards and the transparency in our mining ecosystem. Quebec is fortunate to count on a large indigenous population with whom it has been able to establish modern treaties and build sustainable partnerships. Quebec has created the world's first sustainable development certification for minerals called Écologo. Further, 95% of Quebec's mines have implemented their operation toward sustainable mining standard, a globally recognized program, sustainability program developed by the Mining Association in Canada. You understand that I'm French, so sometimes my English is not quite well, but I'm trying. National mining chambers around the world are adopting this standard to manage risk and increase transparency in mining. Finally, as a long-time NATO and NORAD ally, Canada is a member of the US National Industrial and Technology Base and is currently the only country considered domestic under the Defense Production Act Title III. We have even relied on our metal supply chain to build the arsenal of democracy. During the Second World War, Quebec's aluminum smelters were built with the United States to fuel the Allied war effort. Together, we can once again rise to the occasion and race to the top. It is clear our mineral resources and high standards fit the bill. They are diverse, secure, and transparent, but these features in our mineral resources is only one piece of the puzzle. A truly competitive supply chain is one that is diverse, secure, and transparent across all the value-added components, and when it's integrated with other jurisdictions. And here, we did our own homework as well. Since one of the biggest demand drivers for the sector is EV batteries, Quebec has also developed a complementary battery strategy. We identified a major gap in the midstream of processing these battery materials. Given the universal vulnerability on relying on one place for mineral processing, this should come as no surprise. We then looked at our strengths. Our mining expertise, mineral resources, clean energy, our existing logistics chains, our proximity with, and our defense and economy integration with the United States. The result was a strategy focusing on a highly efficient, traceable, secure, and diverse North American battery supply chain from mine to wheel. This vision of a strong North American EV value chain is already beginning to take shape. The US company General Motors, GM, in partnership with South Korea's POSCO, as well as German company BASF, have begun construction on cathode active material facility investments in Quebec. The CAMs developed in Quebec will power the next mega factory GM is building in Lansing, Michigan. It will contribute to the development of GM's electric vehicle complex with factories in Detroit, in Michigan, in Ohio, and in a future factory in Tennessee. The Inflation Reduction Act Clean Vehicle Tax Credit also affirms this vision. The North American assembly and recycling provisions and critical minerals and battery sourcing requirements press upon industry the importance of securing and diversifying our supply chain. To do this effectively, one final piece remains: traceability. With these new incentives and commensurate investment from the Quebec and American government in the battery supply chains, now it's time to implement this shared vision. As our two country leaders confirmed during the President's visit to Canada last week, we must leverage each other's strength and come together into a powerful engine of innovation and job creation. Creating mining, processing, and battery jobs in Quebec will help create more jobs in the United States, not less, and vice versa. There are ample opportunities for us to develop mining and processing in the US and Canada. In the global value chain, we are creating, Quebec knows, and sorry, in the global value chains we are creating, Quebec knows it can be a strong link. But without traceability, we cannot assure the origin of our inputs are secure, diverse, and maintain the high standards we both prioritize. While it is the last pillar, it is the most important one. Traceability is the last step towards supply chain resiliency and global competitiveness. With the help of Quebec company Uptel is here, I think, and bonjour. I'm happy to see you. So with the help of Quebec company Uptel, the governments of Quebec and Canada are working towards developing a traceability system for critical minerals contained in batteries. This system will pull back the curtain to assure governments and consumers that battery parts are produced in Quebec with local minerals and thus meet the highest standards in responsible sourcing. Diverse, transparent, and secure supply chains are not just keywords for us. In Quebec, they are imperative actions. Quebec makes it happen. Simply said, besides security, we are offering stability, sustainability, and competitiveness. The policies are in place. Now it's time to act, to execute. You need to bring the provinces to the table. You need to bring the Quebec to the table. We truly look forward to working with you on developing this new, latest frontier in mining and innovation. Alone, we can go fast, but together, with these values, we can go far. Thank you. Merci beaucoup, tout le monde.